Advanced players are always trying to optimize their progress. This is why it's extremely important this video. And today I'm going to talk about the maximizing game flow and some tips for building the competitive advantage you're looking for. So first thing is the game flow. For the people who don't know, I'm going to explain it and why it's important. The game flow is first thing resource management, that ensuring that in-game resources is going to cover buildings, researches, even troop training. Believe it or not, at one point I was struggling even to train my troop. Um, Task prioritization, knowing where to actually do the action, when to involve in fights and stuff like this, events and so on. Timing, adaptivity, alliance coordination, all these things is part from the game flow in general, what you're doing in the game. So this is with couple words what is the game flow and why it's important to know it. And this is the points where the advanced players actually focus to get better from rest of the advanced players that don't focus over these things. So how can player optimize daily task for the efficiency? Now I'm going to give you some couple tips how I do it. Maybe it's going to be a second opinion for you. And this channel in general is something for second opinion. I don't say I'm 100% correct in everything I say, but I have decent experience in the kingdom building games, especially with Age of Empires that currently I'm playing. So, yeah, you can subscribe to this channel if you want and like the video. So, how can players optimize their daily task efficiency? The way I'm doing that is, in the exploration, I actually use two legions because I'm too lazy to actually go and you know changing my team over and over again. What I mean by that is when I go out and I want to farm, I already have prepared teams. For example, my top farming um my top farming legion is this one with Dio-chan. I think she's the best farming uh hero. So my point is um I don't change my teams often. It's extremely rare case when I change my team. I know for some people are going to say it's couple seconds, but this is just optimizing the quality of life, let's say it, to be not painful to play the game. So I make this type of changes. This is one example, of course, and I always focus over the exploration. It's just way better rewards there. Don't get me wrong. From this to go outside and actually fight with tribes. Look at this thing. I mean, it's like 1 5 minute and some resources. We don't care about the resources, but the skill points here is like 92. In the missions in the exploration you're going to just get way more. It's like 400 points. So you have to do the calculation, especially for the stamina. I think this is one of the important places people should focus. This is how you spend your stamina so you can get the best benefits in the game. uh what is the best way to handle long-term goals? um this is very good question, and this is something that I actually start. And what first of all, let's define one long-term goal you can actually go for. For example, I'm going to give this example, but this is not the right one, don't do it. But this is a long-term goal. For example, I want to go and in the snow festival, even though that there's going to be presented other type of events. Snow festival is like Halloween one, and the Thanksgiving is basically having everything on the right side. In the it's basically the same. So what I can do is I want to compete in this event. Second is to identify where you want to compete, how you want to compete. I mean, not how we want to compete. Obviously, you want to get one of the top places, but how you can actually achieve that. So from here, you're going to see that you're having this thing here, Snowly Knight's Gifts. And from here, you're going to be able to get these bags with stuffs inside. That this stuffs inside. Okay, I'm going to just show you, of course. I really hate when I talk like this. Right now, I have like 362. I'm going to open them, and I have all these things inside. This is the things that can actually help me to compete. So where is the event? Um, yeah, throwing the ball. Right now, I don't see. Let me see. Okay, maybe here we don't see. Oh yeah, here is the things. So my personal points is based on how many snowballs I'm going to throw. So currently I have like 11.4k. So how I can increase this number? And everything in this type of events is related to what is in the back. So for the ranking, like I said, I have like 11k. This guy have 52. So how I can compete? I have to finish this quest. Obviously, I think everybody, even free-to-play players, can actually finish this quest. It's not so hard to do it, but I'm going to see what is giving the most points. And as you can see here, it's like 100k points. I can get 100k not bundles, packs I can actually get with stuffs inside that is going to help me in ranking. So I'm going to save coins, and I'm going to decide, okay, after 6 months or maybe 8 months, I'm going to save. And the moment this event arrive, I'm going to be prepared with my coins, and I'm going to rank. This is the long-term goal you can actually set, and it's extremely important because this type of goals can actually help you in your um, long-term progression. It's not like day to day. I think every player should actually have some kind of long-term goals that they can follow. It can be castle skin, for example. It can be whatever, or if it's something related to the money, you can just, if you spend like 20 dollars per month on the game, you can just save it and wait a place where you can actually achieve in somewhere in the ranking. And this is long-term goals. I mean, long-term goals to make it this castle level 20, for example, is also a long-term goal. And I think long-term goals is extremely important, and this is how I handle long terms. It's just I identify what is going to help me to achieve these long term goals, and if it's and do every day small steps. And the moment when the moment come, I strike and I get the best I can actually do. If I see I'm not going to be able to compete in this thing, even after I'm saving like for 6 months, most likely this is not an event where I want to compete. And you can clearly identify can you actually compete or not based it by looking how how much point you make, how much point you're going to be able to make, and see how many points the top ranks are having. So this is even going to save you time and resources if the long term goal is not achievable. Is there is going to be long term goals that is going to be achievable after years, but who wanna who wanna wait up 1 year to achieve some goal? I mean, this is crazy. You may not actually even play the game. But yeah, long term goals is what keep the people going. It's even in the real life, um, with, with everything. Definitely, people have to have long goals, and this is the way I handle the long term goals. How do you maximize downtime in the resource gathering? Now, the downtime, most of the times we're talking about this thing is, for example, I'm going to gather 400 450k per hour, which is decent. This is my best gathering heroes, even though that I have to focus over the gathering heroes. I know. But the good thing in Age of Empires is the gathering is more long time. For example, 450 here is like 3.7 million. So this is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 hours of gathering is needed this thing to be finished. If I go with some other team composition I have for gathering, is going to be even longer. So I don't think there is any kind of issue with the gathering. Of course, if you make more efficient the gathering just by going in the researches, you can boost your gathering speed from there on the specific resources or overall gathering speed. You can have heroes that is having these skills that is going to increase your gathering speed and so on. Of course, this time can be reduced by a lot. But in general, I think so far there is no issue over how much time you're going to gather outside and to manage the time. And by downtime, most of the people mean when they're in sleep, because when you go to sleep, you sleep maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, maybe 10 hours. But in general, I don't see any kind of issue. The way I'm doing that is I gather. I send my gathering heroes before I go to sleep. The moment I wake up, since I have like maybe 1 hour before going to the work, um, I come back all the gathering heroes and I send them all again, all over on the level 6 mines. And when I come back from work, I sent my heroes on the small mines, just to know, to not leave a lot of level 6 gathering spots or nodes, not finish it. And when I go to sleep again, I gather all the gathering heroes and I send them all over on the fresh new level 6 gathering spot. So this is the way I handle about the resource gathering. And from there, you can, of course, improve your heroes and blah, blah, blah. I think I have a separate video about this. So, yeah, if you're interested in this type of content, you can subscribe to this channel. Also, hit one like if you enjoyed the video so far. What is the ideal army composition for balanced gameplay now? Very hard question, but I'm start thinking that uh the the pikemans currently are the best one to be tank, even though the infantry is having more defense from the pikemans. I think the pikemans right now is the better troop for tanking. Let's say tanking, and I think the marksman is on the top of the food chain from damage dealers. Even though the cavalry, I see some cavalry that can do pretty decent damage, but I think it strongly depends on the heroes. So army compositioning is you need at least one team composition, which is 3 heroes for each troop. Just to be able to counter whatever appear. It can be in the East tactics, it can be in the arena, in all these places. It's good to have from each troop some good composition, and from there you can actually build, making few swordsman compositions, or maybe 3. It's strongly depending how many heroes you have actually. But I think at the moment, at this stage of the game, you can max make 2 teams. That is going to be good one for each troop. But there is good compositioning for all the troops so far. This is normal. I mean, when you start playing the game, you're expecting that. Um. Oh yeah, this is very good one. How do you maintain motivation during the slow progress periods? The motivation is something that, yeah. Are you going to quit in this in this situation like this? I think everybody should have something aside to do. Uh, I personally have a lot of stuffs on my head to do. So even right now, making this video is something that I actually plan to do, and I put aside some time to do. But if somebody don't have that many stuffs over their heads, they can just start playing some other games, till actually the fights appear, and all these stuffs that are interesting in Age of Empires Mobile. But till this time actually come, you can just follow the flow, do your daily stuffs. It's still consuming some time. I really like that the game actually presents us with auto fighting, because this is huge. This is huge life improvement to have auto killing the troops, and all this little small quality of life, because some people take it for granted for something that exists here, but I play other games and I have to manually do everything. Here you just put your hero and you can go and take a shower or eat your dinner or whatever. I think this is a huge improvement in direction. But again, just have something else to do on the side. What role does communication play in gameplay for? I think communication, especially the Discord one in the voice channels, I think is with crucial importance for the coordination. And if enemy is not like 2 times more troops on the field and 2 times more strong, I think you can get great benefits in communication, and this builds some kind of community around your alliance. And I think this is something extremely important. The games you're playing, and I'm playing. I mean, for me, community is with huge importance. That's why when I have opportunity and there is a voice calls, I participate in this. There is inside jokes and stuff like this. It's make the game one idea more fun. The communication between the players. It's not a single player; it's multiple players. So yeah, how do alliances benefit from coordinated strategy? This question I'm not quite sure I can actually answer, but I'm going to talk with maybe some officers of the alliance, of my alliance, and actually make a separate interview with that, because again, I'm just a normal player. But yeah, the benefits is obvious. Come and go. If you want to destroy something, you cannot do it alone. With second alliance, you may actually have a shot. That's why I think communication between the alliances is with crucial importance in Empires Mobile. Um, Now here's one question that I don't know. You can write it in the comments below. What do you think? How can players adapt to new game updates efficiently? I think the first and most important thing is knowing about the updates coming. I think people's like me, I don't cover that much updates, to be honest, on the game. I think everybody can actually check it out the updates. Uh, but yeah, you can write it in the comments some update that you have to adapt it over it. I think it's going to be interested for the people who is also writing the comments. I'm one of the persons who is writing the comments, not only mine, but when I enjoy some good video, after this I go over the comments and write the comments also. So you can put your comments below about updates and how you handle these updates. Not specific updates, something that come to your mind. So I guess this will be for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoy it. If you do, like, subscribe. You can become a member if you want to support my work in my channel. I appreciate that. And yeah, see you in the next video.